Mike Pence wants to get some things done, like have women wearing dresses all down to their ankles, have all the blacks in jail, and all the gays stoned to death. Wednesday, Kamala Harris will be taking on Mike Pence, and this is going to be fun. This is going to be amazing, right? Looking forward to it? Me neither. It's going to be air platitudes versus scary guy. Colorless, lifeless, formless person who's really, truly weird, okay? But he's more than that. By popular demand, people have been asking me, Tim Black, what about Mike Pence? Well, I find that it's necessary to talk more about Mike Pence now that Mike Pence and Kamala Harris are going to be dueling off. It gives me a perfect opportunity to give you at least 4 reasons why Mike Pence is shit. oh, yeah, there we go. No, they didn't say that. They said 4 reasons Mike Pence is the absolute worst. So here goes 4. Now, this was reported by Rolling Stone. This is back in 2016. Now, I want you to notice that the reasons why we think Mike Pence is the worst or the absolute worst, this is before he was chosen to be VP. This is when he was in the running. He signed one of the most restricted abortion laws in the country. So all you folks out there who like pro-choice, who are pro-choice, or those people who think maybe the government should keep their nose out of women's private parts in their decisions about birth, you would not like Mike Pence. Mike Pence in April of 2016, he signed a law that forbade abortion on the basis of fetal chromosomal abnormalities, including Down syndrome, among other factors. The law further bans fetal tissue donation, which I don't understand. Don't we study fetal tissue? Requiring any aborted or miscarried fetus to be cremated or buried. Why wouldn't you want to study the remains of a life of any material, of any person that could help others? Why would you not do that? I don't understand. You want to burn it because it's some kooky thing with him that I don't know. And it's placed onerous restrictions on abortion providers nearly identical to that the Supreme Court recently found unconstitutional in Texas. So rule number 1, or problem number 1 with Mike Pence is he's in your bedroom, he's in your pants, ladies. That's why he's in your pants. Unless you want Mike Pence in your pants. Number 2, he signed a bill that made it okay for Indiana businesses to discriminate against LGBT customers. He left out the Q, but I'm sure QIA goes there too. This was 2016. They didn't have all the acronyms then. All right, so he's not really popular with the LGBTQIA community because in 2015, Pence signed a religious freedom law whose sweeping language permitted Indiana businesses to refuse to serve LGBT Americans, much like Southern businesses discriminated against African Americans during the days of segregation. You know, I hate when they do these comparisons. No one knows you're gay unless you tell them. Or unless you hate gay people openly, publicly. And then that's one way we know, right? Because the only people that really are loud and vociferous, adamantly pissed off and yelling about gay people are people who are really gay people who don't want people to know they're gay people. Or LGBTQIA people. That's been mine. That's the way I tell. Number 3, the third reason why people say that Mike Pence is the absolute worst. He blocked the resettlement of Syrian refugees to Indiana and illegally tried to cut federal aid to existing refugees. Not only did he not want the refugees to come there, but the ones that were there, he wanted them to starve and live on the street. Fun guy. So Christian. In the wake of the massacre in Paris last fall, Pence issued an executive order to block the resettlement of Syrian refugees in Indiana because any number of Syrians would all have to be the same as any other group of Syrians or any other individual. Just one is just horrible. You can judge the group by one or two or few. as if that's up to him. It's funny. The Christian fundamentalists never do that with their deranged Christian fundamentalist right-wing malicious shooters. Never judge all of them the same as they shoot up black people praying in church. And number 4, the fourth reason why Mike Pence is the absolute worst, he's an unreconstructed drug warrior. What is an unreconstructed drug warrior? Well, at a time when lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are tackling the nation's drug problems with less focus on incarceration, Pence signed a bill reinstating a mandatory minimum drug sentence. Many drug users sell drugs on the side to support their addictions. Thanks to Pence, any Indiana resident convicted twice for selling meth or heroin is now sentenced to a full decade in prison. Yeah, so as the country and even Donald Trump kind of go the other way, Mike Pence is going the other way. Is Trump really going the other way? Does it just look that way? Because he helped Jack Johnson's name get, and posthumously took and then he helped marry the lady who was in jail for life, or helped a couple people or something. The First Step Act. He did a couple things, but his conservative judges, what are his conservative judges doing? Are his conservative judges being more liberal when it comes to sentencing? I don't know. I guess that's something we'll need to follow up on. But anyway, those are 4 reasons why Mike Pence sucks. Religious freedom, giving people the ability to discriminate against LGBTQIA. He is a bigot towards Muslims, or Syrians specifically. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And he wants to bring back all the failed draconian drug laws and lock people up and throw away the key, Johnson. And what was number 1? He's not pro-choice at all. He's pro, you don't have a choice. So unless those are things you're looking forward to, there might be reasons why Mike Pence may be worse than Donald Trump. And I'm just going to say this based on my research, because I don't want to do a bunch of reading, but I did do some reading today about Mike Pence. One of the things that becomes very clear very quickly, Mike Pence has an ideology. He believes some stuff. Yeah. All of it bad. Or most of it bad. Okay? Donald Trump, not so much of an ideologue. Meaning, he doesn't really believe in much. Like, it's like, yeah, make America great, and which was a slogan that was already made up and used a couple times by other people who ran for president, notably Ronald Reagan, and notably, I think, Bill Clinton and Al Gore used it as well. Just took on a whole different meaning when Trump used it. I don't know. I think that's what it was. But my point is that Mike Pence is scary, or more scary, more of a threat, because Mike Pence wants to get some things done, some specific things done, like have women wearing dresses all down to their ankles, have all the blacks in jail, and all the gays stoned to death. In God's name, amen. That's my takeaway. All right, guys, that's it for today. That's all I got. There's going to be more coming. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's do this. Let's go. If you got story ideas, you got information that needs to be shared, disseminated, and you would like to submit it, doesn't mean I'll cover it, but I will consider it. The Mike Pence story is covered because of a recommendation by Lynn. So thank you, Lynn. You can go ahead and send that to clientcare@timberlighttv.com. That's clientcare@timberlighttv.com. Don't forget, we're going to have a special show right after the vice presidential debate scheduled for Wednesday. We're going to do that. We always do that. So there's going to be a show this Wednesday, because we got to do a debate show, whether it's my day of no show or not. Okay? So we're going to have a show every day this week. That's what we're going to do. What else? Be a show tomorrow. I got great guests coming up. We're scheduling out Shahid Buttar, Corey Bush, Paula Swearingen, all our favorites coming back to rock it with us. What else? Oh, become a member of the Tim Black Show. Go to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live. You can also join on Facebook and YouTube and lock it down, because we're going to tell the truth here. We ain't going to lie. And we ain't going to say shit to make people feel better or none of that. That's not what we do. Aren't you tired of that?